How does the greatest empire in history simply disappear? For more than 5 centuries, the Western Roman Empire ruled millions of people across 3 continents. Its armies were feared, its cities were unmatched, and its power seemed unstoppable. Yet in the year 476, but what really destroyed the most powerful empire on Earth? The answer is far more complicated than you might think. It all came to an end. No massive final battle, no single catastrophic event. Instead, an empire that once ruled the known world slowly collapsed from within. But what really destroyed the most powerful empire on Earth? The answer is far more complicated than you might think. Long before Rome became an empire, it was nothing more than a small settlement on the banks of the Tiber River. According to ancient legend, the city was founded in 753 BC by 2 twin brothers, Romulus and Remus. But whether the legend is true or not, Rome's rise was very real. Over the next several centuries, Rome defeated rival kingdoms, conquered neighboring territories, and built one of the most disciplined armies the world had ever seen. Roads connected distant cities, trade flourished across the Mediterranean, and Roman law helped unite millions of people under a single government. By the 2nd century AD, the Western Roman Empire controlled vast lands stretching across Europe, North Africa, and parts of the Middle East. To many, Rome didn't just seem powerful, it seemed impossible to defeat. By the 2nd century AD, Rome had reached the height of its power. Its empire stretched from the misty hills of Britain to the scorching deserts of North Africa, and from the Atlantic Ocean to the Middle East. Nearly 60 million people lived under Roman rule, making it one of the largest and most powerful empires the ancient world had ever known. Its armies protected thousands of miles of borders. Its roads connected distant provinces. Its ports carried grain, gold, silk, and spices from every corner of the known world. For many people, life under Roman rule meant peace, stability, and opportunity. This era became known as the Pax Romana, a period of peace that lasted for nearly 200 years. To the outside world, Rome looked eternal, but beneath its golden surface, the first cracks had already begun to appear. Rome's enemies did not destroy the empire overnight. Long before barbarian armies crossed its borders, the empire was already fighting a far more dangerous enemy, itself. As the empire grew larger, it became harder to govern. Powerful generals fought for the throne, emperors were assassinated, and civil wars became increasingly common. Between AD 235 and 284, more than 20 emperors ruled Rome. Many were overthrown or murdered before they could bring stability. The economy was collapsing. To pay for endless wars, the government raised taxes and reduced the value of its silver coins. Prices soared, trade slowed, and ordinary families struggled to survive. The Roman army, once the greatest fighting force in the world, also began to change. Recruiting loyal Roman citizens became more difficult, forcing the empire to rely increasingly on foreign mercenaries. Many fought for money, not for Rome. The empire still looked powerful from the outside, but inside, its foundations were beginning to crumble. As Rome struggled with its own problems, new threats were gathering beyond its borders. For centuries, tribes such as the Goths, the Vandals, and the Franks had lived outside the empire. Others served in its armies. Some traded peacefully with Rome, but everything changed when a new and terrifying force arrived from the east, the Huns. Their sudden advance pushed thousands of barbarian tribes toward Roman territory, placing enormous pressure on the empire's already weakened frontiers. In AD 410, the unthinkable happened. The Visigoths marched into the city of Rome and looted it for 3 days. For the first time in nearly 800 years, the Eternal City had fallen to a foreign enemy. The shock echoed across the empire. If Rome itself could be attacked, nowhere was truly safe, and things were only getting worse. By the year AD 476, the Western Roman Empire was only a shadow of its former glory. Most of its territories had already been lost. Its treasury was nearly empty, its army was weakened, and its emperors no longer held real power. The final emperor was a young boy named Romulus Augustulus. He was never a great military leader. He never commanded powerful armies. In many ways, he was simply a symbol of an empire that had already fallen apart. Then came Odoacer, a Germanic military commander who led his forces into Italy. Without a great battle, without a heroic last stand, Romulus Augustulus was forced to give up the throne. On September 4th, AD 476, Odoacer removed the last Western Roman emperor from power. That single moment is remembered as the official end of the Western Roman Empire. An empire that had ruled much of the known world for centuries was finally gone. The fall of the Western Roman Empire did not mean the end of Rome's influence. In the East, the Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire, continued to survive for nearly another 1,000 years. But in Western Europe, everything changed. Powerful cities declined, trade routes became dangerous, many roads and public buildings were abandoned. Across the continent, kingdoms rose where Roman governors once ruled. Historians often describe this period as the beginning of the Middle Ages. Yet even after its fall, Rome never truly disappeared. Its laws shaped modern legal systems. Its engineering inspired generations of builders. Its language evolved into many of the languages spoken today, and its ideas continue to influence governments around the world. More than 1,500 years later, people are still asking the same question. Was Rome destroyed by its enemies, or did it destroy itself? Perhaps the greatest lesson of Rome is this: no empire is too powerful to fall. Empires rise, empires fall, but few have changed the course of history like Rome. Its story is more than the tale of an ancient civilization. It is a reminder that no nation, no matter how powerful, is immune to decline. And perhaps that's why, after more than 15 centuries, the fall of Rome still fascinates the world. What do you think was the biggest reason behind Rome's collapse? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to subscribe for more stories that shaped our world.